She is one of my favorite booktubers out there. She does such inventive, funny videos, and she does a tag Tuesday every Tuesday, and this one was her original tag. And basically it is, of course, 12 questions based on star signs and their personalities, and we have to choose a book or a character or a book series that delivered the type of personality that a star sign would deliver. Question 1 is Aries would probably take on a dragon with their bare hands. For this one, I have chosen Arya from Game of Thrones. Now, of course, as you know, I have not read this book. I've read part of this book, but I have not finished this book. But still, from what I have read of Arya, from what I have seen of Arya in Game of Thrones TV show, I do believe that Arya would take on a dragon with her bare hands, and I'm kind of hoping she does come to that in the future episodes. Let's see, because if Arya has to fight a dragon, it's gonna be amazing, and I know she can do it. Question 2 is Taurus. Looks innocent, but would rip you to shreds. Now for this one, I originally thought Arya for this one, because she does look innocent, but she would rip you to shreds. But I decided she's more of the dragon fighter. And another one that I can think of who seems extremely innocent, but you just know there's just this thing brewing inside her, and she will rip you apart if it comes to that. And that is Leia from An Ember in the Ashes, who actually does start off very innocently in this book, but then things happen in her life, and even though she still looks innocent and she manages to infiltrate really high-powered places because she looks so innocent, she's actually not. She's actually, you know, a very huge pawn in a very big game, and she will probably rip you to shreds. Question 3 is Gemini, the sassiest sass master. For this one, I am going with basically an entire cast of an entire series, because all of them are pretty sassy at one point or another, and most of them do appear to me to be just sassiest sass masters, and those are everyone in the Six of Crows. Like, especially Nina, especially Jesper, especially Kaz. Like, they're just a bunch of sassy people. Question 4 is Cancer. Made you feel all the feels. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This book changed the game. It is my most recent favorite book of all time. I just cannot get over it. And whilst reading this book, I had all the feels, from anger to happiness to sadness to love to joy to pain to just all the feels. All the feels are in this book. Question 5 is Leo, a badass that is actually a cinnamon roll in disguise, and I didn't even have to put the book away. For this, I am of course going with Rhysand, who is the most powerful and seems to be the most darkest and broodiest of all, and, you know, is working for the enemy and nobody likes him, but actually he is this amazingly emotional, compassionate person with deep, dark, incredibly sweet, sticky, cinnamony secrets that just make you love him all the more. Question 6 is independent boss-ass bitch. And of course, there's one person that comes to my mind for this who is known as the fire-breathing bitch queen, and that is Selena Sardothien from the Throne of Glass series, who is just incredibly independent. And throughout the series, she does some things that I just don't understand why she's doing it, and nobody else in the crew seems to understand why she's doing it. But that's how independent she is. She's just like, listen, this is what we're doing. Get on board or jump off. Question 7 is Libra, a ray of sunshine that makes you feel warm and fuzzy. For nostalgia reasons, I've touched on this many times, Harry Potter will always be the series that makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and the movies, and the books, and the games, and it all. La 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 la, Harry Potter! Question 8 is Scorpio, the one who's likely to say, yes, I see your point, but I'm still right. Basically, they just have to be right and have the last word and just rile you up. They just like to get people all riled. And that for me is Captain Thorne of the Lunar Chronicles. He is just so cocky and confident and charming and witty, but you know, if you're having an argument with him, you're not going to win, because he's just gonna talk in circles around you and just be the goofiest goofball where you're just like, okay, you win. Question 9 is Sagittarius, the one who's likely to yell, "Hey!" when a fight begins. Just basically, they love fights and they're just there to cheer on the fights or join in the fights. And for me, that is Jace Wayland from the Mortal Instruments. I don't know why, he just always seems to be like ready to just dive into the fray and just be like, let's do this, and oh, there's a demon, let's kill it, and just, yeah, he always seems to be out looking for danger or just attracting the danger and just fighting his way out of it, and he doesn't seem to be like, oh no, not another fight. He seems to be like, another fight? Let's go! Give me the runes! Give me the runes! Question 10 is Capricorn, which is my star sign. Hides in the shadows but deserves to be in the spotlight. Now, the character I'm choosing for this one doesn't really hide in the shadows. I mean, well, technically he does hide in the shadows, that is his personality, but I mean, like, he's not a side character that's not important, but I just feel like there's so much more to him that could have like an own series sort of thing, especially a prequel, and that is Severo from the Red Rising trilogy. I mean, this guy, he's like so many people's favorite character, including my own, and I just feel like we have so much more to learn about Severo before he became the Howling Wolf of the whole tournament thing, you know? Who was he? How did he become this deranged lunatic? And just, I want more of Severo. Question 11 is Aquarius, the quiet but psycho one. For this, I'm going with Red Queen. I mean, you know, it starts out, it's great, it's awesome, but as it continues and you're just like falling deeper in love with this awesome story, it then turns psycho and things start happening that don't make sense, and you're like, excuse me, this was a really great story that was going a certain way that I expected and I liked that, and now it is insane. I mean, epically insane and beautifully psycho, but still, it is so quietly sneaking up on you into psychoticness. And the 12th and final question is Pisces, deserves to be protected at all costs. For this one, I'm going with Sophie from the School for Good and Evil series, which is a little weird because she is, you know, the witch and she's the bad guy, but she doesn't want to be the bad guy and she just got thrown into this world and it's not fair, and you know that there's more to her and there's inner turmoil going on, and you just wanna be like, no, Sophie, no, you don't have to do this. We can help you. She just needs to be loved and protected and things will be okay. And that is all for the Zodiac Signs book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I tag all of you guys to do it too. And if you like this video, then please consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you like all the other videos I do, then please consider subscribing. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye!